Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm your host, Soft Al, and considering the last story actually, or at least the last story video talking about my life actually got a few tractions, I thought I'd go ahead and share another story with you guys about the time I died. Legally. I... Okay. Let's back it up a bit. So, for those of you who don't know, I was born in 1994. I am a 90s kid. I lived through the 90s and into the early 2000s. The sad thing is that children with disabilities in the South during the 80s and 90s, or correction, during the 90s and early 2000s, when knowledge was starting to slowly spread about us, didn't exactly help out all that much. And we were susceptible to a lot of things, including being subjected to medical experiments, unknowingly to us. You think I'm joking on that, but no, I'm not. And finding out about it all these years later still kind of surprises me about the school that my little brother now goes to. The old administrator and old principal that was there had knowingly and accepting money subjected special needs kids to medicine that barely passed human trials. Now, I wasn't the only one who was subjected to these experiments. At the time growing up, I was considered ADHD, until they retested and found out I was autistic. At the time, because I was considered ADHD, the doctors wanted to put me on Ritalin. Well, how to put this lightly? The Ritalin they gave me, or correction, the school gave to me, unknown to my mother even, who is an RN, a registered RN, and even has medical degrees in not only psychology, but also a few other things, and even helped with surgery. Or correction, she was part of a trauma unit while I was growing up. She knows when her kids start looking, she knows what's wrong with her kid. So, okay, so, as I found out later, the medical company in question was a pharmaceutical company that had a lot of money in this new Ritalin and wanted to kind of push it out to basically to children with ADHD, or problem children, as some adults would call these kids, because a lot of people didn't know back then that, oh no, they weren't being a problem child, it was their biology that basically made them to where they had a ADHD or ADD, or even being autistic, or something along that nature that has essentially just a form of what's wrong with our brains. So the school in question decided to take the group of us in special needs, which is about 10 kids, and have us subjected to a few medicines. The Ritalin I and a few others who were supposedly ADHD were given calmed us down a bit to a very dangerous degree. I started losing weight. I was, at a time, a very healthy, almost pushing 220. That dropped down a pretty damn good bit to goddamn 110. And then, a little worse, because I started getting sluggish. I started getting lethargic, until finally at PE, and I do remember this, at PE, I blacked out while doing laps. I remember getting very tired, getting very lethargic, and very just sleepy. I just wanted to take a nap then and there, and I did. And I woke up in the hospital. No knowledge of what the hell happened prior. And my mom basically, to protect my young self, basically said that the medicine had made me take a nap when I wasn't supposed to take a nap. So young me understood and was like, okay, this medicine's bad, I shouldn't take it anymore. Years later, the ramifications of said Ritalin is still affecting me to this day. The reason I have such a high metabolism? You can blame the fucking Ritalin, because in my current age and current height, I should be at least pushing 210, 220. I'm not even pushing 130. I'm actually at 125 to 128, if not worse at that, because I don't know how much I weigh right now, but I'm pretty fucking scrawny for my age. At pushing 28 come Monday, March 21st, 2022. It wasn't until I got out of college that I asked my mom exactly why I'm not able to gain weight, because in college they had me on a weight gain program, and I wasn't gaining any fucking weight at all. She told me that I had died, and I immediately had to take... I thought she was joking. I'm like, no, Mom, that's pretty funny. No, seriously, why can't I gain weight? No, the Ritalin actually stopped my heart for 5 fucking minutes. And that was 5 minutes of me being emergency transported to the hospital, to where they had to fucking give me those nice little shocky pads and a shot of adrenaline to wake my ass up and bring back to life. As to what happened, I never saw the tunnel. I never saw the gates of hell. To me, it was just a dream. I was asleep. I never registered I was fucking dead. I don't even remember what happened in the blank between me going to sleep and me waking the fuck up. It's one of those weird things of, what the fuck? Now, I don't know what happened to the pharmaceutical company. Mom will not tell me, or she doesn't know. All I do know is that I am one of those people who can happily say, or disappointingly say, or say out in general, I was legally dead for 5 fucking minutes. I was a human guinea pig for Ritalin that barely passed human trials and fucking killed me for 5 goddamn minutes. What the fuck, late 90s, early 2000s? So yeah, there's my story of how I fucking died. And to anyone out there who basically says drop dead to me, well, guess what, jackass? I was legally dead 5 minutes, so... yeah, I met God, I think. And I couldn't give a fuck what you think about me. To those of you who have had similar experiences to me, where you were given medicine that was very much so detrimental to your health, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and if you want me to tell more stories about me growing up in the 90s and early 2000s and how it was like for autistic people, then, or at least for me in general as an autistic person, let me know in the comment section down below. And, let me know your thoughts about me being given less than legal medicine and it literally killing my ass for 5 fucking minutes. Till next time.